Welcome back to Geocano. Finally, everyone is done with their prelims part. Now we have to prepare for the mains exam. Okay. So before solving any question paper, any past year question paper, we should be aware about the instructions and about the pattern of examination. Okay. So let's see what is the exact pattern. So these are the following instructions. There will be 6 sections like A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. And each section will consist of 11 questions. And the main part is that section A will be compulsory. It means you will not be having any choice that you can leave any one question. You have to attempt all. Okay. तो ए सेक्शन में क्या होगा, इट इज कंपल्सरी, आपको सारे क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करने पड़ेंगे. बट बाकी सेक्शंस में क्या होगा, इंस्टेड ऑफ ए लाइक बी सी डी ई एफ, इसमें आपको क्या करना है, इसमें से आपको एक एक क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करना है. बी पार्ट में से एक क्वेश्चन कर लिया, सी में से एक क्वेश्चन कर लिया, डी से एक, एफ ई से एक, एफ से एक. ओके. So like these 5 questions are will be given in these B, C, D, E, F, and out of these you have to choose one. Okay, in each section. Chalo ji. Next is you have to draw neat sketches. Okay, you have to draw neat sketches if it is required as per the demand of the question paper. You can draw graphs. You can draw table as per the demand of the question, of course. And यू हैव टू अटेम्प्ट. ओके, कोई भी पेज अगर आपने खाली छोड़ दिया, एनी पेज इज लेफ्ट ब्लैंक, तो उसको क्लियरली स्ट्रक ऑफ कर दिया जाएगा, वो काउंट नहीं होगा. नेक्स्ट, आंसर शुड बी रिटन इन इंग्लिश ओनली. ओके, तो जो पैटर्न ऐसा है कि इसमें इंग्लिश में ही आपको आंसर आपको लिखने हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप इंग्लिश में लिख रहे हो उसके बाद आपने हिंदी में लिखना शुरू कर दिया. सो यू शुड राइट इन इंग्लिश ओनली. Okay, so this was about the pattern of this question paper. Now we will move to the syllabus part. All right, so it's written clearly here that answers should be in English only, because of course question paper is in English. So of course answers be English में होंगे. So stream 1, it is of use geologist. It will be of paper 1, paper 2, 3. Okay, for 3 hours each and for 200 marks each. So total it will be of 600 marks. Stream 2, it is for geophysics, consists of 3 parts. It will be of same marking. And this is for the chemist one. Okay, and stream 4, this is for the hydrogeology part, consists of 3 parts, paper 1, 2, 3, again of same marking. All right, so here let's see the syllabus. Okay, so this is let me zoom it out. Okay, syllabus of combined geoscientist main examination for the post of geologist, scientist B, hydrology. Okay, so it is stage 2, which is descriptive one, which it means we have to write the answers instead of MCQ, which is the objective one. Okay, so section A, it consists of physical geology and remote sensing. With remote sensing, it was not included in the prelims part. So it covers evolution of Earth, first part, then Earth internal structure, earthquake and volcanoes, principle of geodesy, isostasy, weathering, its processes and products, geomorphic landform formed by the action of river, wind, glacier, wave, groundwater. Okay. Then next is features of the ocean floor like continental shelf, slope, rise. Okay. Next, we can see the concept of landscape evolution, major geomorphic features of India like coastal, peninsular, extra-peninsular. Then we can see the electromagnetic spectrum topic is there, in which electromagnetic band in remote sensing you have to cover, spectral signature of soil you have to cover, soil, rock, water as well as vegetation, thermal and near infrared and microwave remote sensing part you have to cover, digital image processing, it covers Landsat, IRS and spot characters, okay, their uses, aerial photos types, its scale, parallax, relief, displacement, element of image interpretation. Second part is for the structural geology. It covers the principle of geological mapping, kinematic and dynamic analysis of deformation, stress strain relationship for the elastic, plastic, viscous material. Okay. Then measurement of strain in deformed rock. Okay. Next, structural analysis of fold, cleavage, budding, lineation, joint, fault. Next topic is stereographic projection of linear and planar structures. Then the superposed deformation at microscale, dynamic and static recrystallization, control of strain rate, temperature on development of microfabrics, brittle and ductile shear zone, time relationship between crystallization and deformation, calculation of the paleo stress. Next is a C part. It is sedimentology. It covers the classification of sedimentary rock, sedimentary texture, grain size, roundness, sphericity, shape, fabric, quantitative grain size analysis, sediment transport and deposition, fluid and sediment, gravity flows, laminar and turbulent flows, Reynolds number, Frott's number, okay, grain entrainment, Hagelstrom diagram, bed load, suspension load, transport, primary sedimentary structures. They can ask penny-contemporaneous deformation, application of paleocurrent analysis, composition and significance of different type of sandstone, limestone, BIF, okay, mudstone, conglomerate, carbonate diagenesis and dolomitization. Sedimentary environment is also there. Facies models for fluvial, glacial, deltaic, siliciclastic, shallow and deep marine environments. Carbonate platform is another topic. Their type and facies models. Sedimentation in major tectonic settings. You have to cover. Principle of sequence stratigraphy is another topic. Their concepts. Factor controlling base level changes. Parasequence, clinoform, system tract, unconformity and sequence boundary. Okay, so next part is paleontology. It will be consist of fossil record, geological time scale, modes of preservation of fossil, concept of taphonomy, body and ichnofossils, species concept, organic evolution, Ediacara fauna, morphology and time of range of the graptolites, trilobite, brachiopod, lamellibranch, gastropod, cephalopod, echinoid and coral. So you can cover this part from my paleontology video. You will easily find them. And if you want that I should make a live lecture for this topic, then I can make that too. You can comment down. Evolutionary trend in the trilobites, lamellibranch, gastropod, cephalopod. Then next topic is micropaleontology, their method of preparation, how we can, you know, prepare the microfossil. Next is morphology of microfossil, and these groups are foraminifera, astrocoid, fossil spore, pollen, dinoflagellates. Then उसके बाद Gondwana plant fossil है, and their significance, vertebrate life like through ages, evolution in proboscidea like elephant, equidae horse, ठीक है. फिर human का है humanidae, application of paleontological data in stratigraphy, paleoecology है, paleoclimatology है, and mass extinctions भी है. वो तो ऑफ कोर्स हो गई है ना. नेक्स्ट इज स्ट्रेटिग्राफी. सो इसमें है प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्ट्रेटिग्राफिक कोड ऑफ स्ट्रेटिग्राफिक नोमेनक्लेचर ऑफ इंडिया, लिथोस्ट्रेटिग्राफी क्या होता है, बायोस्ट्रेटिग्राफी, व्हाट इज क्रोनोस्ट्रेटिग्राफी, व्हाट इज मैग्नेटोस्ट्रेटिग्राफी. सो दीस आर द बेसिक क्वेश्चंस. व्हाट आर द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्ट्रेटिग्राफिक कोरिलेशन, कैरेक्टर्स ऑफ आर्कियन, what are granite greenstone belt, uh, write about the Indian stratigraphy, their geological evolution of Archean nuclei like Dharwar. Sorry, let me clear this. Archean nuclei like the Harvar, Bastar, Singhbhum, Aravali, Bundelkhand, Proterozoic mobile belt. So these are from the prelims part only, right? यहाँ तक Paleozoic. हाँ ये सारा ही था prelims वाले में. Gondwana supergroup, Cenozoic, Shivalik, boundary problems in the Indian stratigraphy. उसके बाद क्या है स्टेज 2 डिस्क्रिप्टिव टाइप जो कि जियोलॉजी के लिए है पेपर 2. सो इट इज सेक्शन ए में मिनरोलॉजी होगा. ओके सो इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ सिमेट्री मोटिव मिलर इंडिसेस. सो क्वेश्चन कैन बी लाइक व्हाट इज सिमेट्री, व्हाट इज मोटिव, व्हाट इज मिलर इंडिसेस, व्हाट इज कंसेप्ट ऑफ यूनिट सेल, ब्रेवियस लेटिस, 32 crystal classes, types of bonding, Pauling rules, coordination polyhedra, crystal imperfections, defects, what is twinning, and what is zoning, what is polymorphism, what is pseudomorphism, what is isomorphism, what is solid solution, what are the physical properties of minerals, what is polarizing microscope. So these are the questions. What are accessory plate? What are the optical properties of minerals? What is double refraction? What is polarization? What is pleochroism? What is sign of elongation? What are interference figure? What is optic sign? And the structural composition, physical and optical properties of major rock forming minerals like olivine का structure बताओ, उसकी physical composition, उसकी physical property बताओ, उसकी optical properties बताओ. And also it same for garnet का बताओ, aluminosilicates, pyroxene, amphibole, mica, feldspar, clay, silica and spinel group. ठीक है, so this is how they can frame the questions. Next is from the geochemistry and isotope geology part. So what is the chemical composition and characters of atmosphere? This can be one question. Same question for the lithosphere, same for hydrosphere. What is in their types and what is their composition? What is Goldsmith classification of elements? What is fractionation of elements in minerals and rocks? What is Nernst partition coefficient for the compatible and incompatible elements? Next question, it can be no, what is Nernst Berthelot partition coefficient and bulk partition coefficient? What is Fick's law of diffusion? And this question came this year in the prelims. And activity composition relation like Rawls and Henry's law. What are the application of trace fossil in petrogenesis? This can be question. Principle of equilibrium and Rayleigh fractionation. What is RE and what are the RE patterns? What is EH and pH diagram? And what is mineral stability in the EH and pH diagram? Like which one is stable, which is positive, which is negative, like this. What is half-life? What is the decay equation? What is the dating of minerals and rock with potassium? K argon method, rubidium strontium, uranium lead, samarium neodymium isotopes. Okay. Petrogenetic implication of samarium neodymium, rubidium strontium system. Stable. What is stable isotope geochemistry of carbon, oxygen, sulfur, and their application in geology? Monazite is very important. Monazite chemical dating. And section C, it is of यहाँ पे section C लिखा हुआ है इन्होंने. Igneous petrology होगा इसमें. What is viscosity, temperature, pressure relationship in the magma? Okay. मैग्मा में विस्कोसिटी टेम्परेचर और प्रेशर का क्या रिलेशन है कि अगर विस्कोसिटी बढ़ेगी और तो कौन सा मैग्मा बनेगा, टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा तो कौन सा मैग्मा बनेगा, टेम्परेचर डिक्रीज होगा तो कौन सा मैग्मा होगा. What is IUGS classification of the plutonic and volcanic rock? Okay, so you have to remember this. IUGS classification देखा होगा ना वो काजू की कतली आपने ऐसे. What is the nucleation and growth of minerals in magmatic rocks? Development of igneous textures, magmatic evolution like differentiation, assimilation. So they can ask the definition like what is differentiation, what is assimilation, what is mixing, what is mingling, okay, and uh, type of mental melting like batch melting, fractionation, and dynamic one. So they can ask about the binary ternary diagrams. They are written as follows: binary albite, anorthite, phosphite, silica, ternary. Okay. So these are the phase diagrams and their relevance to the magmatic crystallization. वॉवन रिएक्शन सीरीज के हिसाब से ही बनाई गई है ना ये बाइंड्री, तो उसी का मैग्मेटिक क्रिस्टलाइजेशन में उसका रेलेवेंस देना है। उसके बाद पेट्रोजेनेसिस ऑफ ग्रेनाइट्स, बेसॉल्ट, ओफिलाइट सूट, कोमेटियाइट्स, साइनाइट्स, बोनिनाइट्स, anorthosite, layered complex, and alkaline rocks, carbonatite, kimberlite, lamproite, lamprophyte, mental metasomatism. They can ask what is metasomatism, what are the hotspot, magmatism, and large igneous provinces of India. This is very important. Also, alkaline rocks are their favorite. You also know that. Next is metamorphic petrology. Limits and physico-chemical controls like pressure, temperature, fluid and bulk rock composition of metamorphism. Concept of zone, what is facies, what is isograde, what are facies series, what is geothermal gradient, this can be the question, and tectonic of, sorry, tectonic of orogenic belt, structure of microstructure and texture of regional and contact metamorphic rock. ठीक है, तो रीजनल और कॉन्टैक्ट मेटामॉर्फिक में कौन सी ओरिजिनिक कंडीशन होती है, स्ट्रक्चर कौन से बनते हैं और माइक्रो स्ट्रक्चर कौन से बनेंगे। उसके बाद ACF AKF डायग्राम, ये तो ऑफ कोर्स करना ही करना है। इक्विलिब्रियम कंसेप्ट इन thermodynamics, what are these concepts, like what is law of thermodynamics, what is enthalpy, what is entropy, what is Gibbs free energy, what is chemical potential, what is fugacity and activity, tracing the chemical reaction in PT space। देखा होगा ना आपने कि सबडक्शन हो रहा है तो कैसा डायग्राम बनेगा, और अगर ऑब्डक्शन होगा तो कैसा डायग्राम बनेगा। उसके बाद है फेज रूल, व्हाट इज फेज रूल and what is mineralogical phase rule in the multi-component system. Okay, next is very important term is this Clapeyron equation and slope of metamorphic reaction. Next very important term heat flow, अभी कैसा heat flow है, पहले कैसा heat flow था। Botanical methods, litho, bio, soil, geochemical survey, mobility and dispersion of elements, geochemical anomalies, ore control and guides। उसके बाद हम देखेंगे पिटिंग, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, व्हाट इज पिटिंग, व्हाट इज ट्रेंचिंग, व्हाट इज ड्रिलिंग, सैम्पलिंग, व्हाट इज एसेइंग, व्हाट इज दिस क्वेश्चन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इससे न्यूमेरिकल्स भी आता है। ओर रिजर्व एस्टिमेशन, ओके, एंड काफी टाइप्स होती हैं इसकी, देखा होगा आपने गेट में न्यूमेरिकल्स भी आते हैं इसके। कैटेगराइजेशन ऑफ ओर रिजर्व्स एंड व्हाट इज ओर रिजर्व, जियोफिजिकल मेथड्स, so they can be ground method, airborne survey, gravity method है, magnetic, electrical, seismic method of mineral exploration. Okay. Next is section D, fuel energy and engineering geology. So what is coal and its properties? Proximate and ultimate analysis. Different varieties and rank of coal, very important. And concept of coal maturity, peat, lignite, bituminous, anthracite। तो इसमें सब देख लेना कि कार्बन कंटेंट कहाँ इंक्रीज हो रहा है, हाइड्रोजन कहाँ इंक्रीज हो रहा है, ठीक है। विच इज द बेस्ट वन, विच इज द लीस्ट यूज्ड। origin of coal, qualification क्या होता है, what is qualification process, what are the lithotypes, what are the micro lithotypes, what are the mackerel group of coal, what is mineral and organic matter in coal, okay। Lignite and coal deposits of India, you have to see the location, origin and their migration, entrapment of natural hydrocarbon, characters of source and reservoir rock, structural stratigraphic and mixed traps, ठीक है। तो कितने तरह के ट्रैप होते हैं, स्ट्रक्चरल होंगे, स्ट्रेटिग्राफिक, मिक्स होंगे, तो उसको आप देख लेना कौन कौन से होते हैं। जियोलॉजिकल, जियोकेमिकल एंड जियोफिजिकल मेथड ऑफ हाइड्रोकार्बन एक्सप्लोरेशन, petroliferous basin of India, this is very very important, geological characteristics and genesis of major type of uranium deposits and their distribution in India, very important. Engineering properties of rocks, geological investigation in construction of dam, reservoir, tunnel, bridge, highway, coastal protection, स्ट्रक्चर, जियोलॉजिकल कंसिडरेशन ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन मटेरियल। तो ये वाला पार्ट तो आपको बांगर से भी मिल जाएगा, है ना। एक परवीन सिंह है बुक, उसमें भी मिल जाएगा। सेक्शन ई, एनवायरमेंटल जियोलॉजी एंड नेचुरल हैजार्ड, स्टीफन बोल्ट्जमैन इक्वेशन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, प्लेनेटरी टेम्परेचर, कॉज एंड इफेक्ट ऑफ ग्लोबल क्लाइमेट चेंज, अर्थ रेडिएशन क्या होती है, व्हाट इज द हीट बजट, And greenhouse, what are the greenhouse gases, their effect, example of positive and negative feedback mechanism by geochemical cycle of carbon, geological investigation of the nuclear waste disposal site, marginal marine environment, estuaries, mangroves, lagoon, ozone hole depletion, ocean acidification, what is coral bleaching, what is Milankovitch cycle, and sea level rise, what is eutrophication, what is the acid rain, what are the environmental impact of urbanization, mining and hydropower projects which are going on, water pollution, water logging and soil erosion क्या होता है, Himalayan glaciers, how many type of Himalayan glaciers are there, cause and consequence of earthquake, volcanoes, ठीक है, tsunami, flood, landslide, coastal erosion, drought and desertification, application of remote sensing and GIS in the environmental management, ठीक है, तो environmental management के हिसाब से आपने इसका जो है application देखना है। mass transfer, फॉरेस्ट लॉ ऑफ हीट कंडक्शन, ये आपने देखा होगा, नेट में आता है, गेट में आता है। और जियोथर्मोबैरोमेट्री क्या होती है, ठीक है, कौन कौन से हम यूज करते हैं, कॉम्बिनेशन होते हैं इसके, मास एनर्जी चेंज ड्यूरिंग फ्लूइड रॉक इंटरेक्शंस, चार्नोकाइट प्रॉब्लम, ओके वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्कार्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, प्रोग्रेसिव एंड रेट्रोग्रेसिव मेटामॉर्फिज्म ऑफ पेलेटिक, calcareous and basic rock, PTT path and the tectonic setting, again similar to which I was telling before, like कैसा पाथ बनता है, एक तो एक सेकंड में दिखाती हूँ, आपने देखा होगा यहाँ पे प्रेशर दे दिया, टेम्परेचर दे दिया, ठीक है, तो कैसे ऐसे वेरी कर रहा है या फिर ऐसे वेरी कर रहा है, तो वो देखेंगे। चलो उसके बाद देखते हैं जियोडायनेमिक्स है, जियोडायनेमिक फेज ट्रांजिशन, seismic discontinuity in the earth, seismic waves, relation between VP and VS density, seismic and petrological moho, rheology of rock and fluid, Newtonian and non-Newtonian, very important, rock magnetism and its origin, polarity reversal, very important, polar wandering, very important, supercontinent cycle, very very important, continental drift, very important, like they can ask what is continental drift and what is polar wandering, what is seafloor spreading, gravity and magnetic anomalies of the ocean floor, their significance, mantle plumes, what are mantle plumes and what is their origin, what is plate tectonics, how many type of plate boundaries are there, and what is their relationship, okay, what is heat flow and what is the heat production of the crust right now. Next stage 2 for the paper 3, it can be of economic geology, okay, so what are ore minerals, what are industrial minerals, these can be question, what are the physical and optical properties of ore minerals, next question, what are the ore textures, what is paragenesis, what are the character of mineral deposit in spatial and temporal distribution, and what are the rock ore association, this can be next question, what are the syngenetic and epigenetic deposit, how many forms of ore bodies are there, what is stratiform and what are the strata bound deposit, what are the ore forming processes, source and migration of ore constituent, ore fluid mechanism of ore deposition, what are the magmatic and pegmatitic deposit like chromite, titanium magnetite, diamond, copper nickel sulfide, okay, PGE deposit, Re rare element, and muscovite rare metal, what are the hydrothermal deposit like porphyry, copper, molybdenum, grazine, tin tungsten, skarn, VMS, volcanogenic massive sulfides, and SEDEX. These are the sedimentary exhalatives. Type sulfide deposit, orogenic gold, sedimentary deposits like iron, manganese, phosphorite, placer. Supergene, what are the supergene deposit like copper, aluminium, nickel, iron? Metamorphic and metamorphosed deposit like manganese, graphite. What are the fluid inclusion in ore mineral assemblage, physical and their chemical properties? Okay. What is microthermometry? What are stable isotopes like sulfur, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen in ore genesis? What is geothermometry? Source of ore constituent. What is global tectonics and what is mineralization? This can be question. I'm sorry, थोड़ा loud हो गया. Next is Indian mineral deposit and mineral economics. Okay, so what is the distribution of mineral deposit in Indian shield? Geological characters of important industrial minerals. ये है next topic is ore deposits in India like chromite, diamond, muscoite. ठीक है, उसकी location याद रखना, state याद रखना. Which are the mineral used in refractory, fertilizer, ceramic, cement, glass, paint industry, mineral used as abrasive filler, building stones. What is strategic mineral? What is critical? What are essential minerals? Indian status in mineral production like डायमंड में उसका क्या स्टेटस है, फर्स्ट रैंक है, सेकंड है. क्रोमाइट में क्या उसका स्टेटस है, फर्स्ट सेकंड. सो दिस कैन बी क्वेश्चन. को प्रोडक्ट्स एंड बाई प्रोडक्ट्स क्या है, कंजप्शन कितनी हो रही है, सब्सटीट्यूशन कितनी है, कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मिनरल्स कितना हो रहा है. नेशनल मिनरल पॉलिसी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. मिनरल कंसेशन रूल्स क्या है, मरीन मिनरल रिसोर्सेज कौन से हैं, लॉ ऑफ द सी, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज मिनरल एक्सप्लोरेशन. सो स्टेजेस ऑफ एक्सप्लोरेशन क्या होंगे, स्कोप, ऑब्जेक्टिव, मेथड, प्रोस्पेक्टिंग, रीजनल. Okay, so now next section, this section is Stage 2 descriptive type hydrogeology. Okay, so section 8, it consists of occurrence and distribution of groundwater, and what is the origin of water on earth, global water cycle, budget, residence time concept, geological formation as aquifers, confined and unconfined aquifer. Okay, what is unconfined, what is unconfined, groundwater table mapping, piezometric nets, what is porosity, what is void ratio, what is effective porosity, representative porosity, primary and secondary porosity. You can see my hydrogeology lecture for this. Groundwater zonation, what is specific retention, what is specific yield, groundwater basin, what are the springs. Okay, this topic is important, although it is written in the last, this is very important. ये लास्ट में लिखा हुआ है इसलिए ध्यान कभी कभी हट जाता है, तो उसको ध्यान में रखना. ग्राउंड वाटर मूवमेंट एंड वेल हाइड्रोलिक्स, ground water flow concept, what is the Darcy law, very important in isotropic as well as anisotropic media, and its validity. Okay, तो Darcy law किसके लिए valid है, whether it is valid for laminar, turbulent, ऐसे validity है इसकी. Water flow rates, direction and water volume in aquifer, what is permeability, what is hydraulic conductivity, ranges and representative rock, what is Bernoulli equation. Okay, determination of hydraulic conductivity in field and lab. Okay, concept of groundwater flow through dispersion and diffusion, what is transmissivity and aquifer thickness, what is aquifer thickness. Next is water well and groundwater level. So unidirectional and radial flow to a well, steady and unsteady, well flow near aquifer boundaries, method for constructing shallow well, drilling wells, well completion, testing well, pumping test, very important, slug test for confined and unconfined aquifer, fluctuation in groundwater level, stream flow, it is important, and groundwater flow, groundwater level fluctuation, land subsidence, impact of global climate change on the groundwater. Next is groundwater exploitation. It covers surface investigation of groundwater, geologic, remote sensing, electric resistivity, seismic, gravity, magnetic method, subsurface investigation of groundwater, test drilling, resistivity logging, spontaneous potential logging, and radiation logging. Next is groundwater quality and management. So groundwater composition, क्या composition है, unit of expression, mass balance calculation, rock water interaction, chemical equilibrium, free energy, redox reaction, cation and ion exchange, graphic representation of chemical data, groundwater hardness. This topic is important, groundwater hardness, microorganism in groundwater, water quality is very important, this topic, seawater intrusion, very important, groundwater issue due to urbanization, solid and liquid waste disposal, plume migration model, application of isotope, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen in groundwater, this is very important. Concept of artificial recharge method, very important, managing groundwater resources, groundwater basin, investigation and management practices. Okay, this video about the pattern of examination as well as it is P. Okay, pattern of examination as well as the syllabus. Okay, so next, in the next video we will cover the past paper solution, So do like, share and subscribe. मिलते हैं next video में. Bye bye.